Hi there. Hey there. I'm a happy little penguin bee.
Yo, what up? How we doing today? Welcome. Oh no, I can't hear anything. What? Crap. Oh, I can hear things. What? Hi-yo. What's happening, everybody? Got my coffee. Good morning. Vvox. Hi there, V. Good morning. Ikion. How are you? We got Hot Chips and Source. How you doing, Hot Chips? Welcome in. Ikion, are you mad at Logic? What did Logic do to you? Like the artist, the rapper? Okay. So, today, hopefully, we're going to make some serious progress with this puzzle. Because yesterday, we finalized the mechanic. And now we basically have a formula. And then after that, we're going to be working on the lock mechanic. So we have the spinner pretty much ready to finalize. Making progress every single day. Feels pretty good. Sandbox logic. Gotcha. At this point, it's not very logical. There's a lot of portions of sandbox logic that just do not make logical sense. But it does work. Half the time, it works every time. Alright. Let's just give it a play test, see where we're at. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 0. It should at 2, and it did, on 2, move the second platform out of the way. So the idea here is when we have the correct number associated with the 4 different dials, it will move the 4 different platforms out of the way of this platform. G to the M. What is up, Escape from Artist? Good morning. Animal, how are you, Mr. Oz? How are you? What kind of music do we want to listen to today? Let's try like some new synthwave. There's something on in the background, really. 9A7A, good morning. Dorklings. Hey, Tom, how are you? Good morning. Well, Animal, I will try my best to be entertaining. But welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Friend Ferd, how are you? Good morning. My cat thinks I'm talking to her. Let me grab her so she says hi.
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Say hi, Tipsy. Say hi.
Let's go!
Okay. She has all this energy. And no stream of her own. Cats think everyone... That's true, Animal. You would know because you have Animal in your name. Her name is Tipsy. She looks like a biscuit? You don't want to eat my cat, do you? Hey, Mosquita, how are you? Good morning. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a nice Friday. Yeah, it's Friday already. So happy Friday. So, Dungeons and Dragons will be later today. Now, what else are we doing today? I do want to finish this puzzle. Puzzle deserves to be finished. I'm not quite certain how likely this will break if I edit multiple things at the same time. Simply because every time I test it, it's going to remove them all at the same time. So I imagine that might be tough on GameMaker. Ugh. Can't click these fast enough. Spinner! I just need to make some room here. I mean, these worked well enough. Maybe I can make a preset, and then I can just drag and drop this if I need to work on it again. So we'll do / spinner to group. So if I need to edit them, I can do so. But yeah, now we need to make our third spinner. So I'm setting up the platforms here. When Tipsy stream 9A. Not soon enough, apparently. Hot Chips and Source, what happened to the parents' puppy? It is huge. Massive. It's a silver lab, so it's, yeah. I mean, those dogs aren't that big, but regardless, it is no longer a puppy. That was, now it's like an 8-month-old. Oh, maybe almost a year now? Yeah, dogs grow up quick, you know? So there's a good chance I didn't label these correctly. So basically, this one might not be the same as the other. So this is 7-8. Okay. We got it right, just from luck. So there are some events going on today. I know French Week is happening. That's always a good thing to be, you know, catching up with the Sandbox in-game events. And then I know PG's 7 Summits, they're doing an event as well. So if you're looking to participate. Hey, Garnican. Hi there. Good morning. Or for you, I guess, good afternoon. Good day. Animal. I knew I set you up for that joke. I didn't think you were going to take it. But now I know you are an animal. Animal. He's an animal. Alright, so I need these to have a bit of a, like, offset. So we can see here, this is the offset we're looking for. So first thing I'll do is click each one, rename them so that they're better organized. So you can see here they are currently not organized. And then this particular dial does need an updated speaker, so I can actually remove all of these, the MP0 number pads, because we're not going to be using them. So we're essentially updating an old preset for 0.8, and with all the things we've learned, it's good to update these, simply because in the future, Halfd0rk is going to require to be able to understand it. Hey, OG! OG's bringing the raid. Welcome in, OG. Shout out. If you guys haven't followed OG Shakespeare, what are you doing? He's got beer, he shakes it, and of course he's a sandboxer. We're all boxers here, box heads. Could you imagine if our sand fam was called something else?
So it's 420.
We could be the sand heads. Could you? Maybe there was a runner-up name for our community. We would have been the sandboxers. It's a work in progress. What's up, Wicked? Good morning. Ian, the IT guy. How are you? Mosquito, hope you have a nice day, whatever you're up to. Mr. Fierce X, always great to see you. Take family out of it. Yeah, Ikion, fam and family, it's like the default, you know? I'm always down for something unique. Play fam? Play fam, that sounds like a different metaverse altogether, Guardian. Warm beer? Oh, animal. Yeah, I'm in. It shakes beer. It could be any beer. Also, I thought warm beer is how they drink beer across, like, the world. It's the states that drinks it cold. Maxi, good morning, dude. What's up, everybody? Hope you're all having a nice day. OG, hope you had a great stream, whatever you were up to today. Alright, this music is not helping me. The beaches? the sandy pants. Yeah, that's what we'll call ourselves. So basically we're trying to align these. And because I have this basically a template, it should be easier. Should be. Usually isn't. A lot of organizational work, but, you know, we're just chilling. We're hanging out. But now that OG's here, we could probably do a giveaway. First one of the day. It'll just be for a coin. Cool. So if you want to enter into today's giveaway, make sure you enter in the secret code word up on screen. for the fam. And you were playing the Halfd0rk. OG, how is it? I am actually excited to play it. No spoilers, of course. But what is your opinion? I value your input, OG, because he is an OG. I don't know if you knew that. OG Shakespeare is like an OG in the sandbox. You're 8 beers in? Damn, animal. I can hit 6, and after that, like, I regret drinking more. After 6 beers. Ikion, that'll be the next one. Just remind me. Just give me a wink. That'll be the next code word. Woke Zombie's here. What's up, Woke Zombie? Bert, how are you today? Good morning. Ross Guru's here too. What's up, Ross? Okay. Kind of hard to see some of these. That's just because of the blue square. Man, I'm excited to get people like playing the games that I'm working on, because it's been a long time coming. Like, I haven't had like a game release in a hot minute, like a hot chip and source. Right now, it's just been like, hey, let's watch Halfd0rk build the same thing every day. Hey, Jayona, what's up? OG says, it's good, great, assets, and look, the camera is locked, which is good and bad, but definitely a fun experience. Yeah, I noticed that. I'm not opposed to it, because again, it's actually, you know, unique compared to other games. And it's got, like, the Diablo feel. So, I am looking forward to playing it. Good, great assets and look, so I think we'll enjoy playing. Yeah, sorry, I'm not sorry if this is boring, what I do on screen. Sorry, I'm not sorry. My apologies that I'm not sorry. Because this work does have to get done, and I basically have to work on other projects for my job. So, this is like the time of the day where I can focus on this type of stuff. It's a long time coming. But I'm also here answering questions, so if anybody has questions about GameMaker, just know that, you know, this is an open forum. Like, there are multiple people here that are willing to help you. So if you have questions, maybe we can give you a hand. Nicholas, what's up, Mr. Mage? Yeah, big projects can be draining. Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you. You were working in a land for 6 months and then it got canceled? Yo, that just drained me. Nicholas Mage, I can't imagine that feeling. That's, yeah, 6 months just gone. I'm sorry, dude. What are you working on these days, Nicholas? Yeah, this particular game, it's funny you say 6 months, because we started on it during the summer, so we're like around 9 months. Keep in mind, it's more like a part-time game, so we weren't working on it full-time. Okay, so this needs to go back up here, and this one needs to swap with it. Just alphabetically. The way it is. It's the way it is. Cool, so the first 4 appear to be done, but that's just appearances. We're going to have to relabel a lot of them. Most of them are going to be grabbing this spinner.hp tag. But the first thing we need to do is make sure they have the correct name so we can find them. So if we search spinner3, save it? Alright, sure. Thank you, V. Paul, what's up, dude? Good morning, Paul. Oh, it can obstruct the view. Oh, that's a good point, OG. That could be a problem. If you work with that camera angle, though, I imagine you can get some really interesting angles, like for puzzle mechanics. And so, Animal, you jumped into the Ledger game. I think I found a few bugs. Oh, I will replay to find out and screenshot to report. Otherwise, it's a great world. Yeah, Ledger, probably one of my favorite experiences. I remember mentioning this to my coworkers. Like, that's the game I would ask people to play, you know, if this is their first time in a game. Or if they're a developer or want to be a developer. Because Ledger, that game has it all. Like quests, it has combat, it has interesting story, it has educational dialogue. Like the Ledger game is probably one of my top 5 in the sandbox. NSW elections. I'm not quite sure what that is, Animal. Oh, Nicholas, I was just asking what you were working on these days. Good morning, Paul. I know Escape Room Artist is working on some really cool stuff. There's a lot of creators here in chat. I'll just say that much. Paul's making cool things. V, she's just cool in general. So everybody knows V makes cool stuff. So that just goes without saying. Alright, so all of these, how easy would it be to select them all? It didn't work that way. So we'll go to the spinner 3 hierarchy, and then I'm just going to select each one of these. We'll add that tag. We're going to remove all behaviors. They all need health components. However, 4 of them already have health components. I mean, sure, why not? By bulk, I will just remove them, re-add them. So we have 12. We're going to remove these extra tags, and we're going to add a tag. So that's 12 assets, all with the same tag. We'll go ahead and give them all the universal tags as well. So now going through the lineup here, we're going to double check the health component. It does reset it, which is a little bit unfortunate. So this did have a health component, but I was doing bulk edits, so we're going to hide it. The hit points, it doesn't need any messages sent. All of them are going to have different instant death messages, so we're going to have to go through them each individually. The death delay is fine, though. Alright, so just for comparison, this one uses spinner.1.0. So this will be spinner.3.0. Now, quick Cyber Dragon tip would be to type into the tag field and then copy that. So we can use that for other assets, just pasting it in. So all of these should have the exact same number here. So it's spinner 1, 0 to 1. This is spinner 3, 0 to 1. So now I can just use this message. This one is 1. Fairly certain that was the correct one, yep. And so now we're just doing it sequentially. This is just busy work. But I'm here, I'm chatting. Secret Meow, what's up, dude? D-Electronics. Or D-Electronics, my apologies. How are you? And Secret Meow. Nicholas Mage, you can't say it will be your top 5. Okay, Nicholas, now I'm hyped. Is there an ETA? Estimated time? You don't have to give me like a date. Unless you want to. V-Bucks has nothing to show off. V, you are showing off just period. That's it. Just always. You're the best, V. Clip it and ship it. Ian, why would experience in the sandbox get bugs? You think somebody would be testing it? Ian, I don't know if you're joking, because that's like part of my job, is testing games. Ironically, we've found that the games we test, they often either don't look at our notes, or don't care enough to fix the things we report. We found that with a few games that are released, like, because we were paid, I'm talking about the council here, we were paid by the sandbox to test games before they go live. And we do that. There are groups of games that we test. And unfortunately, some of our notes just do not get fixed. Whether that's like timing, like they don't have enough time, which there is enough time. We usually do it like 2 weeks or more in advance. But a lot of the games do have bugs, yes. The game-breaking bugs, we make sure to report. J-Dog, good morning. Animal, is there an 18 plus sandbox? There is the Playboy games and Snoop Dogg games. Both of those have 18 plus themes. There's alcohol in pretty much every game, so alcohol, as you're well aware. Could run as a separate DB. Animal, I do believe we're going to get 18 plus games. In fact, I guarantee it. It's a 18 plus world, you know, that we live in. All it takes is a 18 plus creator that, you know, wants to make that type of content. Hey stranger, go and get some drinks. Paul, are you buying? Thanks, Paul. Paul's buying around, everybody. Man, what a nice guy. Thanks, Paul. Hey, Sparky, good morning. How are you? Didn't see you slip in. Oh, and Garnican mentions Unibet game that has an 18 plus. Unibet? I mean, the name itself implies gambling, so it might be that type of 18 plus. I mean, if you're talking about, like, adult content, Sandbox does have room for that type of content, for sure. And I imagine there will be people that want to consume that. I think Sandbox also does, by default, attract a younger audience. So we'll see how this, you know, like the higher ups handle that type of situation. My initial suggestion was to have like NFT gating to where it was the opposite. So like parents could purchase an NFT that locks you out of experiences. I'm missing something. Is there supposed to be an instant death message for exclamation point? Was it this one? Yeah, 9 to exclamation point. So maybe I skipped it? Nope, here it is. Okay, looks like those are good. Alright, so now all of these need to get updated. I think I need to do them one at a time, that way it might keep the relative message here. Because we want the interaction. We want look at target on a half second. 0 is good. This is what we want. Because, yeah, on the opposite side is exclamation and X. Everything else here looks great. Now, I'm surprised it has this blue circle, because that's the broadcast type. That's what this blue circle represents. If I switch it to all, it should just go away. And it does now. That's strange. And now the yellow circle's here. The yellow circle is from the detect entity, but I'm using an interact. Oh, Game Maker, make up your mind. I mean, it's just a visual bug, but still. Great, all of this looks fine. We do want to enable the only once tag as well. That way the player, even if they are spamming, it won't do anything. Spamming wise, the 5-second delay should prevent it from breaking. Some occasions I've noticed spamming, there's actually delayed reactions. So only once is a very important tag here. We gotta make sure all of them have it. So far so good.
Hello children.
Hello!
Please don't read the chat. Look what Halfd0rk is doing instead, D.
Yeah, all the NSFW voxels D-Electronics. I mean, there are some creators that could make some 18+ avatars. We've seen them. And yeah, Bert, you can get whatever you want in the Web3. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. You can make it alien, you can make it animal. You know what I mean, Bert? Party chat. Oh my, D-Electronics, tell me more. Yeah, Tom. That's is that, what type of equipment is that? I mean, just for the meme, I kind of want to explore those options, you know, 18+ options. But I also prefer my brand as is. Like, I don't think I'll be making 18+ content, personally. Like, I have plenty of game ideas that don't require the PP or the VJJs. I'm just saying. Alright, what interaction is this? This needs to be number 4. But yeah, I think all of us have that side of us, you know, and it can be explored. It's on a personal level whether or not you want to, you know, delve into that type of content or making that type of content. And I think morals have a lot to do with it. So it's like, because I've given it thought too about making that type of content. Like, would I be able to sleep at night knowing that, you know, I'm making something of that nature, you know? Voxel X once in a game. Mr. Furious, what games are you playing? You gotta share with the class, Mr. Furious. Be fun to run around as a hoppy penis, says Animal. I mean, yes. I don't... That's a good point. Like, at what point is it, like, too in the face of other people? Like, if you're hopping around as one of those... Now, is it going to be censored for other people? Or is it just like, oh, guess what? It's a pop-up ad. Oh, that's a double entendre.
You can do it!
No, I don't want to do it. Be fun to have a dongling. Ooh, a dongling is a good name, Nicholas. You should patent that. Trademark that name. A peen wearing a hijab. Animal, you got some good ideas, dude. A dongling around. Where is this conversation going this morning? You know what? I can't stop that train. Did I skip a number? This is 8, so that means this one should be 9. Huh. Then the next one should be exclamation point. Yep. And then the last one should be X. Okay, we'll save our progress. Do we have a do it meme? Oh, I think we do, Tom.
So just do it!
Make your dreams come true. Fred and Ferd winning the first coin of the day. Thank you, Fred. GG! GG! Congratulations. You could have a MA15 low res, the animal says. Certain Riddler had that game? Really, Escape Room Artist? A dong? Wait, Escape Room Artist, I know what you're talking about. I recall, yeah, they did do something. Or is, yeah, Escape Room Artist, that was the Snoop Dogg game, specifically. But yeah, honestly, there is room for that in the sandbox, and I think we should all expect it to happen sometime. I don't think anyone is currently, like, advertising doing that. And it won't be me, sorry. Hate to break it to you. But I probably will not be making that, the voxel peens. Nope, can't make me do it. No voxel peens here. Alright, so we're gonna have to rename a lot of these, but not too difficult. So we can click these, and because we've been duplicating them, we can see the entire list here. We just want to make sure we're renaming them correctly. That's 3 to 4. Let's be 4 to 5. 5 to 6. 7. And finally, excla to X. Then it cycles back, and now we can reconnect these to their associated dials. However, we will also want to rename these. So it'll be anim. Seven Summits, hi there, welcome. Seven Summits, is your event ongoing? You can tell the people if you want. I know some of us here would be more than excited to participate. Nicholas Mage, I wonder why. Dongling is taken. And Garnican says, can I borrow your brain for a second? I'm trying to make a platform with a weight that is based on a message rather than its own timer, so that it is always either in 1 or 2 stations or traveling between them. I have tried with a timed event, but it seems to get out of sync fast, so it misses the station by a little. Any suggestions? Okay, Garnigan, yeah, we'll take a look at that. I will finish renaming these real quick, while my subconscious picks it apart here. That's not correct. Or is it? Nope, it's not. That should be 2 to 3. Okay. So I think those are all named correctly now. Save our work. So a platform with a weight is based on a message. So my first thought, Garnikin, is using toggle behaviors. So I imagine that's what you were going for? And having a timed event. It's very difficult to time those. Now, you could also have it respawn. That would be my first suggestion, is just having the platform spawn and or respawn. Because that you can control a lot better. As you have found out through your own test, that timed events, like you have to like synchronize it, which obviously would work, you know, once you found the correct time. Yeah, platforms can only be multiplayer. They do work, as Nicholas points out. They do work. And Tom has a lot of practice with this too. He's actually making a social hub that uses a lot of platforms. So Tom is a good source of information. And then, if I were to recreate this, let's just take a quick gander here, where it's always in between one or the other. So let's just say our asset has 2 spawn points or 2 points of interest. And our platform, we're going to be going left to right here. So what I would do is I would have the platform. I would have a toggle behavior. And then me personally, I usually end up making assets with platforms that act as the parent. So for example, this will have a health component on it. And this will be platform at. So that represents the parent. And this one will be platform at caret sign. So now if I just search for platform at, I'll have both of them in my hierarchy here. I will parent the caret one. So the caret's that little tiny arrow. That will be the child, which has the platform and the toggle. So when it spawns, this platform is going to be initially off. It'll turn on with our platform.test. So every time it spawns, it's off, and it's waiting for us to tell it to start moving. We'll actually set the wait duration to 0 for this test. We'll make sure it goes all the way to the other side here. Great. So when it reaches there, it's going to be receiving a message. So we will use, depending on what type of game you're making, single player or multiplayer. So let's just assume you're making a social hub. Multiplayer speaker will still work in a single player game. So we'll do detect entity, specific tag, the tag being the platform.test, and we'll copy that because we do have to add that to our asset. And we can even have a delay here using the look at target if we wanted to, but we'll turn it off for now. So now if the platform enters in to this small space, it'll be detected and it'll send out a message which will be platform.test.kill. And so then our platform at, we're going to make sure it has that kill message. And the platform itself needs that tag. So that's why we copy pasted it. So when this enters in to this radius, it's going to destroy it. And then we can set up a timed event, or we can have, you know, an asset spawner that immediately spawns the next one. That is then waiting for the next queue to keep going. So we'll do a multiplayer asset spawner. We'll go ahead and make this as a preset so we can spawn it again. If you ever see me use / in front of a preset name, that tells me that I can delete this at any point because it's commented out. So this preset would be the //. And we'll just go ahead and use that platform test mechanic. The kill. And then we will have that platform.test.kill message be received here. We can in fact add the tag here because this won't be moving. So this is just going to all, but if we wanted to, you know, maybe have multiple platforms with this mechanic, you would change that to a radius. Yeah, I mean, everything set up correctly. Now we just need the message that tells it to start moving. So that would be, we'll just make a sign real quick. So on interact, which we can use a button here, we'll do the platform.test. So that, as we know, toggles it on. So we'll see if this works. Usually doesn't work the first time, but I'm always excited when it does. Hey, Triple D's here. What's up, Ding Dong Diddly? We were just talking about ding dongs this morning. Ow. Yeah, Garnican, at least you'll have the Twitch if this is helpful. You'll be able to review it. So this should start the platform. When the platform reaches the end, it should kill it and spawn a new one. The new one is doing the same thing, waiting for that message. So you can have something that always triggers that delay. And this message is your timer or timed event. And so I think you had like a specific use case. So you wanted always in either one of the two stations or traveling between them. So you could have this stop when it reaches here. So you can have a message that tells it to stop using the toggle. So instead of killing, so I used killing through the asset spawner. So basically I spawned a new one. But if you wanted to, you could probably just toggle it on and off when it reaches one of these points. But I hope that gave you some ideas. Then you just spawn a new one on the other end. Yeah, exactly. So Garnican, you could use toggles in order to swap between the two. Yeah, in fact, we could... I kind of want to try setting that up real quick. So with the asset spawners, we're going to use a toggle. One will be on, and the other will be off. And they're both going to use that platform.test.kill. Actually, no. The platform.test. So the toggle will be the test. So then we'll duplicate this and rotate it. That's important because our platform is going one direction. And then this one will be initially off. So one will spawn, the other one, and they'll toggle on and off. Let's see if that works. I'd be surprised if it did. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't set up a detector on the opposite side. But yeah, we have one that just spawned. Now I just need the detector on the opposite side as well. So basically this asset we can destroy. Place it right there. Now one thing to keep in mind is that the speaker will activate as soon as I start the game. So when I start the game, I should have this be put into place. So in order to do that, I will use a replace asset with the platform.test that will swap out with this. This is our platform.test.detect. which, now that we've presetted it, I'm going to replace it with this asset right here on the kill message. So that way, when I start the game, my platform here isn't just immediately removed. Let's try it. Oh, looks like it was. Okay. I'm looking. Is it maybe... Oh, it might be this. So this had the platform.test tag. I have to give it a different tag because it's being detected here and it's sending out the kill message. But we do need it to receive that message, I believe. So the platform test kill. So we'll just do, for now, we'll just add a toggle tag to both of these. And then my detector is going to be... Oh, it's already doing all, so we actually don't need tags. Tags aren't important for this port. For this asset, specifically. And that's what was breaking it, is because this asset is so close to this detector, it was spawning it. So I believe that should be good. This one, again, also doesn't need it, because it's receiving this message automatically through the all function. Try it. So it ends up there, spawns the new one, then we get the new spawn point. So now it should be an endless loop. And of course, this message, which I'm clicking with the sign, you could set up to anything. Like, it could be a detector, it could be like, hey, I've arrived at the train station, where's the train? Oh, here it comes, hi, train's here. And of course, you can actually set this particular message on the sign up with a delay as well. Cool. Yeah, no, that was a fun little experiment. So thank you for the question, Garnican. 5 minutes to start. Yeah, if anybody wants to participate in the 7 Summits game, the challenge, you can win yourself a Ramses. So good luck, everybody participating. Yeah, Nicholas Mage, that is difficult. Like, that takes a lot of finessing. And as Escape Room Artist mentions, 0.475 for death animation. We could add that to our asset here. The platform. I do want to see if that makes any difference. Right now it's set to 0, but if we did 0.475 and we saved it over the old preset, see if that accounts for anything in particular. But overall, you could easily insert like a negative delay if you wanted to. As we can see here, it does have a moment where it's, you know, both respond at the same time. So I'd probably use a negative delay just so you don't have that occur. Yeah, anytime, Garnican. Fun test. I'm gonna go and delete all this. Goodbye, cruel world. Alright, now we need to parent these together. We should be able to test these soon. Right. So, I think we did... Oh, yeah, we have to go to each one of the animations. And we're adding... Yeah, we're removing the door component. And we're going for single player animation. And we need to add and play count 1. This one is xcla to x. And we'll just double check the reference. It's just playing on the associated number. Looks good. Each one of these does need to have the correct tag. However, I believe we've already done that. It doesn't need these components. So we have a play at start, and then the message to play on receive message. Yeah, we definitely need the specific tag though. So we'll do message on receive. Then we have spinner dot 3 dot x. Everything else looks fine. Okay, so now we rinse repeat for the other ones. These up here, we'll start from the top. And then I also want to swap it back to single player. Basically, when 0.8 first came out, it automatically converted anything that could be multiplayer into multiplayer whenever you presetted it, but they fixed that in their change log notes. So I am, I guess, accompanying that fix with my own. Yeah, this all looks fine. This looks good. And then tags. We just want the X, because that's the one it's sitting on. Plays on start. And then when we interact with it, it converts to the next one. So 0 to 1. Yeah, looks good. Check, check, check. Good night, Hot Chips and Source. Thanks for stopping in. Have yourself a fantastic evening. Oh, and Animal also heading to bed. Thanks, Animal. Have a great night. Thanks for popping in. Long, boring day tomorrow. Hope it goes quick for you. And thank you guys in chat for saying something. Sometimes I miss these. I miss these. Hot Chips, I think we will. Yeah, have a good nay. So it's instead of a gourmet, it's a good nay. A good night, afternoon, or evening, or morning. Good name. Good name. A good name? There's potential there. Okay, now we are back to square one, so I'm going to take these. And we'll remove them. And then remove the indicators, interactives, and door tags. And then we can go to each one. And actually, we could have done that by bulk as well. Sadly, you can't add animations in bulk. You can at least add the behavior, though. Okay, so this is 3 to 4. Easy enough. Five to 6. I do wish the play count was like set automatically to 1. There's really no benefit for it to be default 0. I cannot imagine a reason for it to be 0. Because when you select loop, it just removes that selection. So I think that is a bug. In fact, I'll probably report it if I can remember. I mean, if anybody can think of a reason why play count is at 0, like, is it helpful at all? I'm curious if anybody can imagine a reason. Six to 7. Yep. This one is 7 to 8. Yeah, super not helpful, exactly. If anybody can think of a logical reason for it to be 0, I'll give you a coin. And you can type it in chat. It's a free coin if anybody can think of a reason to have this 0. This is 8 to 9. I'll receive message instead of play start. Yeah, play on start is good for the first one though. So I think play on start is perfect for the first element. The other ones, it should not be. I agree with that 100%. I would say most people, especially beginners, are not going to have a series of animated decorations. They'll just have like the one looping, for example. Yeah, you and me, Woke Zombie, we're not exactly beginners anymore. I miss the novelty of being a beginner. Now I just get frustrated because the things I understand no longer make sense. It's not fair. Play a message, 111. Cool. Now we get to test all these. I do have to set up the asset spawners, but for that even, I have to save the presets. And I fixed this one, right? XL1 2X. Yep. Alright, time to save them. And then all next week, we'll probably be working on the lock portion of this puzzle, which ideally probably doesn't need that many changes. Hopefully. Maybe. Did I do new? Oh, I did. That's fine. I haven't connected them anyway. And it's good that I acknowledged it before I continued. Looks like I did it here too. Yikes. But I didn't plug it into any assets yet, so we should be fine. When are we going to get AI to do all this work for me? I could just tell the AI to do what I want it to do. And then we could just chat. You sound like Touche. I hope things are going well with the Fungi fam. I haven't gotten to talk to Touche much. I tried to get Touche to play Dungeons and Dragons with us. In the very first time, you know, setting up the group with Panda. She was the first party member. But yeah, Touche was far too busy to join. For good reason, like he was recruiting people. Yeah, Just Gibbous. How's it going? I saw a friend actually pointed out that someone made an AI that uses the API, or the, you know, internet jargon of a login, the API of artificial intelligence inputs. It was very remedial. Like it was like place 100 assets randomly throughout my area. And, you know, very simple things, such as rotate everything randomly. So the technology's there. It's just, you know, it's not very efficient right now for game design, but it's there. Like, it's like we have the building blocks. So I'm looking forward to that day when we can use it. I could send the... Actually, I'll pull up the link, because a friend showed me this, and I was kind of blown away by it. Alright, we can save. Yeah, for sure, Just Give Us 2 years minimum. I mean, but even 2 years isn't that long. In the grand scheme of things. Did I not like it? Am I a dum-dum? Looks like I didn't like it. I'm a dum-dum. I guess I'll check my history. Oh, yeah, I found it. Check it out. So this is ChatGPT for Unity. The sandbox game is built in Unity, and thus is like a subset of Unity. So perhaps we will have this functionality at some point. Basically, all of that manual labor, the AI can do just from one sentence. So the AI deconstructs a sentence, does what you want it to do to the best of its ability, and it's just over a few seconds because it's computing it. Some Iron Man level shit. Yeah, true, Woke Zombie. Like, the future is here. I did like it. You can bookmark this. When did bookmarks become a thing? Well, this is my first bookmark ever, I guess. That must be a new feature. I don't recall this. Let's have share. Yeah, those are all normal. But yeah, amazing. Amazing. Cool, so we've got 2s, then we can add the 3s. Zero, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3. 1, 3, 4. Huh. What? Why is this showing up? I'm not gonna worry about it. So I believe I already set the messages, but I'll definitely double check. It does not have the messages. Yikes. It's gonna be a yikes from me, dog. Okay, so we can look at these messages. Spinner.2 spawns 2 to 3. So that means this will be spinner. .3.3. Save. Alright, now we can finally test it. And then we get to do it all over again for the last one. Yay! I want a Jarvis. Don't we all, Sparky? Until they take over the world. You know, once they start an uprising and they require procreation of themselves, and they become somewhat sentient, then it's a problem. Okay, so it doesn't look like it spawned our first one. I believe that's because it has the wrong message associated with the reset. This needs to be reset number 2. I was using the other numbers for a chain of events, but we removed the chain. Cool. Now, interacting with this. We did get a blink on the 2 to 3, so we'll see if it shows up again. There are a little bit of discrepancies in terms of spacing. So 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. The 2 to 3 is the blink. So we can go back over here. So it's 1, this one here. So why would it be blinking? We can look at the rotation duration.
Ready to work.
Hey, Kay's here. What's up, Kay? Good morning. We're hopping in with the sub. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we got the look at target. We have interact. We have spinner 3.3. Happens one time. And what's the death delay? Death delay set to 0. What about on this one? Death delay set to 0. So I think just timing-wise it was off. We have only once rotation duration. And everything else looks fine. Starts on 2. Okay, well, we'll give it another try. The new problem is that each one of these has not lined up properly. So we will attempt to find the correct lineup. And I think I'm going to try something risky. I'm going to stack them all together and then just move them as a unit. Because we've named them, we'll be able to find them in the hierarchy easily enough. Okay. J-Dog buying a staff? What the heckaroni? J-Dog, thank you. And yeah, let me go and write that down. So, yeah, J-Dog, I owe you the dork chest piece and a staff now. I'll be sending those out this weekend. In fact, I need to make a note. So thank you for your patience and thank you for purchasing using your channel points. So Oak Staff is worth 3 coins. So if you have 3 coins or 45k channel points, you can purchase an Oak Staff. Lula Love 9. No way. What's up, Lula? Lula, I also owe you your NFT. So that is also on my list of things to do. I'm writing it down right now. Send out NFTs. I owe you, Tom, SSK Wolf, and Sparky Snickle. Mr. Furious X buying a coin. Thanks, Mr. Furious. I'll mark that next to your name. Ooh. Score. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, that's right, Lula. You're in debt. Or no, wait, I'm in debt to you? However that works. Either way, I gave you too much. Give it back. Give it back. Hey, Ear Toast, what's up? Good morning. J-Dog, gas fee's too high. Thanks, J-Dog, I appreciate that. It's, yeah, generally I try to do it before the streams, but usually I love the warm, cozy bed too much to get out of bed soon. So, but yeah, generally the mornings seem to be better. I'm doing well. Thanks, Irtos. Just working on the usual. We're almost done with this puzzle, though. In fact, I am determined to finish it. And if anything, I'm not going to be doing this portion next week. So I will finish this over the weekend if I have to. But yeah, we're making our lock puzzle still. I did a lot of reorganizing, so now it should be, you know, future-proof. I say that lightly, because it feels as though everything I future-proof eventually breaks. So, is what it is. How about you? What are you up to, Irthos? And Lulalev, do not worry, there is no interest payment. You're good in my book. In fact, it was my mistake, so. Okay, and last one, and then we can test it. I'll go ahead and save it. We'll risk it. I'm a square! Oh, that was weird. Usually when assets don't load fast enough, you get mixed results. Uh-oh. I got a lag spike there. I think it was when I reset because we exploded so many assets, but we'll see. So we got 1 to 2. 2 to 3 is not blinking, which is a good thing. 3 to 4. 4 to 5. 5 to 6. 6 to 7. 7 to 8. 8 to 9. 9 to Xcla. Xcla to X. X to 0. It appears as though there's like a... maybe an asset stuck inside? I think it's just the delay. But I do like the delay because it almost has like this rotary effect where it's like converting. So it looks pretty cool. I noticed my exclamation point isn't emissive, so I might change that. And then unfortunately all of these are short by a little bit. So we do need to push them forward. Or we can stack them all on top of each other. I would rather not. In fact, just for organizational purposes, I'll probably push all of these back a row. And then, through relative means, push these forward 1, 2. And I can test that with the very first one, or first 2, to see if they took that fix. Or I save multiples. Great. Okay. So now this should be the last time we save them, because everything seemed to be working. I'll just resave them all. It doesn't take more than a minute. Irito says, one question, do you know why light effects is like turn off in certain angles? Iritos, I don't know. Unfortunately, I haven't really experimented much with lights, and I have also had mixed results. In fact, I've had lights that even after removing them, they're still on my, game maker side. Like there's just like a light there, even after removing the asset that emits that light. So there are bugs, is what I'm trying to say. And unfortunately, we have to live with the bugs. The cockroaches are our roommates in Game Maker. And we have to make sure that they are happy, so that they do not break our game. Because the bugs are sentient. And they're always listening. Good morning, all. Hey, Bert. Have a good one. Have a fantastic day, Bert. Thanks for chilling. One more week for those creating a spring-inspired sword and shield. Ooh, thank you for the reminder, Sparky. Spring-inspired. That's an interesting theme. I don't know what I would do for that. What would I do for that? Spring. Like a flower? Ooh, okay, now I have an idea. I'm sure I'm not the only one that makes a flower, though. And Sparky, if you have relative links that you want to share, you are always welcome to do so. That goes for anybody hosting competitions, in the Sand family. The Sand boxing ring, we do enjoy, competitions, giveaways. So if you have one of your own, or you know of one, you are welcome to share it here. Joe's apartment, yeah. Skipper artist, he's got a house now. Cyber Dragon said in Game Maker chat, it's too many lights that cause the on and off. Oh, interesting, Paul said. It's still deleting some unnecessary lights to see if it'll fix itself. Yeah, I've definitely had mixed results with lights. I think over time, we'll see them fixed. I'm sure spawning the lights and then removing them might help. Great, everything's working. And we can even see a glimpse at our key every time it enters the lock. If one of these platforms are in the way, well, it's not going to do anything. Now, if I were to interact with other ones, we can know it's 420. So this one needs to be on 0. And spamming it hopefully doesn't crash the game. I did save it, so we're good there. And so the platform moves out of the way if it's on the correct number. So now this key attempt will go all the way. However, we are going to have to mess with the delay of this a little bit. Because it was supposed to make another attempt when I interacted. But basically, if the platform touches anything in its path, then it resets. But that's what we're going to be working on next week. The remainder of this stream, as well as my weekend, I'm going to make sure I have all of them ready to go. These are done. This third dial is set up. Delete. We've saved the presets, so they are stored away. If we need them. Okay, let's go ahead and bring out spinner number 4. One. Alright, we can remove all the number pads. Now, we do want to set up that offset as best as we can, but as we set up with the previous, it was relatively easy to group them all together, then make that change. But I imagine it's going to have a pretty large offset. We'll probably have it around here-ish. We'll do on the edge. What is this? What are these? What are those? Oh, they're just stuck in the wall. What are those? We might need that offset, though. So right now I'm building on the very edge of the land, but there's a good chance I need this space here. Sup? What's up, Sandbox Bar? Welcome in. Ooh, and thank you for sharing the tweet, Sparky. I don't know if that link is blurred for other people. I do keep an eye out for bad link. Builders Guild Challenge number 3. So making a spring-themed sword and shield. Aw, yes. And Sparky also does her streams, Vox Edit Basics, at 9 a.m. Central Time. SandFam Cafe, we got the Metaverse Meetup, Sundays Fun Days. Pretty cool to see that there's pretty much an event every day from hosted by the King Crypto Games. Happy D. Hey, what's up, Lucas? Welcome. Irto says, spawning and removing doesn't consume more CPU because I'm working with a large amount of light in the same place. Irtos, yes? I mean, if you're doing it all at the exact same time, like removing every light with a health component at the same time, yes, you're going to feel it. You will feel it. Good morning, Lucas. Lucas, what is the plan for tomorrow? That's my question. Are you going to be playing games? Okay, so we do need to reset some of the spacing here. It looks pretty bad. So here's what I'll do. I'll probably start tweaking the size a little bit. So we'll do something like this. Ugh, that made it worse. Really excited. Yes, sir, Lucas,
Those
sir.
are the beans, y'all. Enjoy the beans. If you want more beans, check out the stream.
Check out the beans, the streams. Yeah, Lucas asked me to be a guest on his stream, so he's going to be the host of the show for the Sandbox official stream, and asked if I wanted to help. So I will do my best to, field questions and, keep the conversation going. Lucas is a phenomenal, like, podcaster in general.
Oh my gosh.
Woohoo! So, I don't think he needs my help at all, but yeah, I'll be there to provide assistance.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so I'm going to set everything up on the edge. Yeah, we'll just use the edge, and then we'll figure it out from there. There does need to be a pretty large offset as well, so I wouldn't say it's that large. We'll see.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Bang, bang. So more or less I'm trying to gauge the size of these assets in terms of spacing. I think I'm already off by a large margin, but at least I can get them all lined up vertically. We'll do a couple at a time. I shouldn't focus too much on this at the moment. So we have the interactions. We're going to use the look at target. We're going to set it up to only once. This one is spinner.4.0. We'll make sure we have that message in our copy paste board. Now, I believe this one is x to 0. Okay, so that means we want this message to be spinner.4.0. Looks like it's set up correctly. Perfect. And then we also want to make sure it has the x to 0 interact. So this is x to 0 animation. Perfect. We are converting it back to the single player. One thing I can do by bulk after I finish this. X to 0, play count 1, message 4-0. Perfect. Now, each one of these, I can go ahead and remove the animated decorations. And then we'll also remove these random interactions. And then we can add animated. Cool. Uh-huh. Alright, what are these named? Spinner, digit. Let's just try doing this in batches here. What days? Oh, it's just tomorrow. Sorry. Check out the streams. Is it possible to make a rideable Ferris wheel? Ooh, Secret Meow. That is something several people have attempted, and it never works well. The short answer is yes, it's possible. Long answer, it's difficult. I need it. Wait.
I have a mighty need!
I have a mighty need. Okay, each one of these is going to use a speaker component, but we can duplicate it when it's ready. That one's pretty much good. Everything we need. Looks good. Sounds like a great challenge, yep. If only there was a streamer, you know, that really had that push from the community to make a Ferris wheel. If only there's, like, I don't know, someone who streams, like, at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time that just needs to be, like, coerced to making something of that nature. I don't know anybody, though. Let me know if you guys meet anybody that could do something like that. It sounds difficult. It sounds like a real challenge. If only, yep. Lucas, we'll keep an eye out. We'll ask people tomorrow. Figure me out. Okay, how? The only way I can think of is using door to vertical rotation to set the speed. So, long story is, shortened by me right now, is you have platforms that represent the Ferris wheel going in a circle. So, the way I would do it, or approach it, is we'd have one platform at the bottom that represents, you know, the bottom booth that someone's sitting in a Ferris wheel. That booth is going to have walls so that the player can't, you know, fall off of it when they're being moved around. And then each booth is going to go using these platforms. Platform 1 goes to position 2. And then another platform does the exact same thing, goes to position 3. Another platform does the same thing, but each one is going a different angle until you make a full circle. And unfortunately, that is going to require a lot of setup. And it's not something I can just declare out loud, like, that's how you do it. I wish it was that simple, but I would probably have to make a lot of guesswork, test work, and then, you know, finesse work. Ooh, I like that. Another one, and another one. Garnican, I am a guest on Lucas's right stream, and Lucas is a part of the official Sandbox team. So, I guess, kinda, technically. Alright, so we have our message here. Now I can start duplicating it. One thing I should do is ensure it has the correct name convention, so this should be 3 to 4. Which means this one will be 4 to 5. But if you set up the first one and make a preset of the whole thing, is it not going to be easy from there? I mean, you say that as though we've already made it, Eartoes. I mean, making it is the hard part. Making a preset's the easy part. And Secret Meow says, why don't you add a rotation behavior instead of a bird? So, rotation is associated with door behaviors, and that does have potential. If you have, again, there's more than one way to skin a cat. That's something you'll hear me say a lot when it comes to game maker mechanics. Hopefully Tipsy isn't listening. But when you say it out loud and you start to think about it, like you could have, let's say, a dozen door behaviors stacked on top of each other. And so you have children of children of children of children. Now, each one of those could rotate. And you have like a rotation that goes a full circle. However, when it gets to the end, you would also need to reset it so that they're not, you know, looping the other way around when they re-rotate. So rotation is, and that's probably not answering your question, but just me thinking about the problem. Bird behavior is a no. I would not try using a bird behavior. Bird behavior is not consistent enough for a Ferris wheel. You might be able to have some moderate success, but I probably would not try bird behavior. It'd be worth exploring though, for sure. Like if you rotated a bird behavior on its axis, and then the bird behavior is then rotating in a circle, that would be the simplest solution if it were to work. But I do not think it would work. I think there's, like, if you want something quick and dirty, like simple, bird behavior is the way to go. If you want something that is controllable, you would not use a bird behavior. Hi, good morning, Miss Hillary. Yeah, the collision boxes, I agree, Irtos. Or you can make a box in Game Maker too and just parent it all together. You know, the more I think about bird behavior, just in the back of my mind, I think that would be an adequate solution. So, I don't know, I might try. Might try. Yeah, several people, off the top of my head, I know Game Dizzy and King of Crypto have both made Ferris wheels. And I recall them both being frustrated by them, but, you know, eventually they did find solutions. Okay, so now we want to rename everything. So this one would be 2 to 3, 1 to 2, 0 to 1, and X to 0. Okay. Four. Is that correct? Nope. I missed one. 8 to 9. 8 to 9. Here it is. Save our progress. It was mentioning the animation from the rotation have to be apart from the main building, like pole rotating, so the maker can detect the axis they're rotating on. Then you can add the child with the other thing that you don't have a big box. Yeah. I mean, it's so much more complicated than it seems because it has moving parts. It's like, sure, you have an asset that you made in box edit that is a literal Ferris wheel that rotates as an animation. But if you want that to be a functional Ferris wheel, to where people can get into it, will not fall out of it, like it has doors. If you want it to rotate, like all of those moving pieces, like they have to be done in Game Maker so that the player can interact with it. But if you just want like a cool visual Ferris wheel, that's all you need is box edit. But yeah, I think everybody wants, you know, the functional Ferris wheel. And that's the difficult part, is making it functional. Hey Raider, how's it going? Welcome in. Yeah, people want those rideables. Exactly, Mr. Furious X. But yeah, it's funny because a Ferris wheel is like one of those things that is almost mandatory in like a social hub setting, for example. Like, let's say a carnival. Like, it's one of those things that's just like expected to be there. But expecting it to work, oh boy. That's another beast entirely. Just using this for my own reference. Once we name these, we can actually stack them and just use the hierarchy rather than clicking them individually. You'll try the multiple basic platforms? Yeah, Secret Meow. I think that's a fun exercise. So I look forward to seeing or hearing about your progress. If anything, yeah, try putting a bird on its... Like, if you want a quick and dirty... Here, I'll even try making something real quick. Let's just see if this has my... visible solution, at least. So you could have a bird on its axis. So I've rotated it 90 degrees to where it's facing, you know, parallel to the ground. So now when it rotates, it should go in a vertical loop. Now, if I associate these numbers to be exact with each other, in theory, it should be going in a vertical loop, which it's not. Now, oh, man, this is already... I feel like I've already taken a step in the wrong direction. So I'm going to make this invisible, and then the bird itself, you know, which will represent our Ferris wheel, will be attached to it. So we'll do Ferris at and Ferris at. So now that these are attached to each other, it's not exactly doing what I thought it would. So I put this Ferris wheel on an axis. However, I think I needed a different asset to do that. So let me start simplifying this a little bit. Starting from scratch. Because I do like this as an experiment. My bird is literally going to be the bird. It's going to have the bird behavior. It's probably going to be invisible. Now, we're going to have an anchor point. This is going to just represent the angle at which the relative assets will be facing. It's not going to have anything else. And then, finally, we're going to have the platform, which will use a beautiful blue carpet. So this is going to be the last of the children, which will be attached to the bird. Now, let's go ahead and structure it in our hierarchy. So we have the bird attached to the anchor, and then the carpet attached to the bird. Now, the anchor, we're going to rotate. So, in theory, the bird should be flying in a vertical loop, rather than the normal. So, okay, that's progress. We actually have a vertical loop. However, we saw that it's flying in such an odd way, so we need to rotate some few things. So, for example, our platform, we want to go like a Ferris wheel, like up and down, while also being walkable. Now, the bird itself also needs some specific settings. We want the fly width to be exactly the same. So that way it's going in a perfect circle. And then we remove the height altogether. And there's your Ferris wheel, folks. Check it out. Nice. I mean, technically it's doing what I want it to. Let's try putting these at 1 so that we have a little bit more distance. And the fly width will also set to equal 2, and the flying speed will reduce. So now we have a Ferris wheel going in a complete circle, and this is why you're probably going to have to use platforms, is because, like, a bird in general cannot give you the distance covered that a Ferris wheel requires. Because a Ferris wheel goes a large space, it goes slow. Like, if you have a tiny Ferris wheel, sure, this might work. Now, we can also rotate our platform a little bit. And that might offset the direction that our bird is facing. I would also perhaps place this at a larger offset. And then the bird I'll also make slower. Magic carpet's drunk. So, yeah, unfortunately, our carpet itself is also rotating with the bird. So we don't have a platform to stand on. But we can see here that it is going in a relative full circle. So there is potential, but this is why I think we have to stay with the platform kind of staggering, because it allows the player to stand on it. But interesting test nonetheless. I mean, it is doing what I thought it would do, in terms of, like, actually rotating in a circle. Like, this could be useful for other things. Unfortunately, the Ferris wheel functionality is lost. Like, we can't stand on it. And there's no way to go around that, I think. Alright, well, that was an interesting experiment. But yeah, if anybody ever finds a solution or has their own, would love to hear about it. Okay, so now we just need to rename these, and I'll be a happy camper. It is 10 o'clock. I know Pickaxe Master sometimes streams Fridays, but they're an hour from now because they don't have daylight savings times, because we Americans make up random things and try to press the world into them. Now, is anybody currently streaming? Because I do want to wrap things up here. Garnigan says, you can't lock a gravity-affected people container to the well. Well, the problem is it's still going to rotate. I like where your head's at, Garnigan, but unfortunately, the container that people will stand inside would also be locked to this rotating asset. And so it too would be rotating. Ferris wheel for ants. I miss Zoolander. Okay, so it looks like we did all of our renaming. So now we can parent them together. Uh-oh. 8 to 9 is missing. Oh, here it is. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Okay, it looks like we have all our names correct now. I can move them all together. So I like the system we had in place here. This will have them all equidistant, so it'll be easier to adjust them. Cool. Now for our first test, I'm going to go ahead and... Ooh, I need to remove the plant behaviors. How many of those have plant behaviors? All we needed was health. I don't think I set up the health components correctly then, if they have plant behaviors. Sounds about right. What? What did I just do? Okay, we're good. Oh, HODL starting. Great. Fantastic. Save! Thank you, V. But overall, pretty happy with this. I think we'll be able to leave it in a pretty satisfying place. We'll go to 0 to 1 here. And we can at least set up the first initial spawns. X to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. This needs the reset 2 function. And then just checking the first few messages. 4.0 looks good. Yep. Okay, so 0 to 1. If I were to look at the health component, we don't need damaging blocks anymore. Hidden is good. Spinner.4.1 is perfect. Great. Then we'll remove the damaging blocks. Alright, now I should be able to test this. I do need to resave those presets though. That'd be the only thing. Give it a try. Okay, so the offset does need to be moved forward about 1 block. 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and done. Cool. Cool, 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 cool.
Booty, booty, booty.
Booty. Indubitably. 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 I am not having a stroke. Do not worry. Buddy, we rocking everywhere. Well. I'll just make sure this is lined up where I want it. Looking good. I would say that this middle section is a bit of a gap. Now, that's between 2 and 3, which can be reset in the asset spawner. But that means I would also need to move 4 a little bit. Now there's going to be like a sweet spot here where I can interact with both dials at the same time. We don't want that. That's pretty much why I have them spread apart like this, is so that you can't accidentally move the wrong dial. So that's why there is that space. So right now I'm just looking at this space, which is a little bit larger than the other relative spaces. Now to fix that, I would need to adjust the spawn point. Or I can just shift over each one by a little bit. Either would work. I think for my own personal management, I would probably shift them in the preset and then resave the preset. So that's something I might do over the weekend. Yeah, no Sussy Panda today. Panda's been very busy. She has a couple programs for Sandbox that she is trying to piece together. So you might see a new show format in the future. But it's not my, I guess, format to explain more. So I guess I gave you too many beans already. But yeah, Panda's got big plans. We got some plandas. There's some plandas in the works. So thanks everybody for watching. That's going to be the end of our stream. Okay, great. Well, now I don't feel as bad, Garnican, for saying so. Thanks, VVox. Thanks, Garnican. We're heading over to Hodls. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I mean, next week, we're going to have new content. This week was a lot of organizing. I hope some of you picked up some of the things I've been trying to do to organize my work better. There's still a lot to be improved on, but I think organizing your, flow really does help. Especially, it helps future you. And I've treated future me pretty badly. Thanks all. Halfd0rk, appreciate it. Heading your way. Mr. Furious X, thank you. Secret Meow, good luck with the Ferris wheel. Paul, good luck with anything. Whatever you want. See you, Lula, love. I need my money back, Lula. Sandbox Bar, peace out. Mr. O24K, thanks again for the resub. Looking forward to your next stream. See you, Mosquita. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye. See you, Eratos.